In goes Black Smuggler. Red light flashing, gate spring racing. Matakanui will go back soon after the start with King Louis, Swift Mirage and also Black Smuggler. Next stop the Moon first to get going. Burning Magic rushing through though between horses. Booting up underneath of those is Frosty Beverage and they're flying through the first few hundred. Awesome As is able to tuck behind those soon after. Summit Trail just easing around heels and settling back there in the clear as the field strings right out. They're being followed after a length and a half. Express Flirt pushing up on the inside of Adrian McPhee, and then came the Escort. One Mackenzie Brook, and then came Matakanui back there with Master Pearl, Rhino Buster, King Louis, and 2 lengths Black Smuggler. Last of all is Swift Mirage. Best part of a dozen lengths or more cover the field as they headed by the 850. Next stop the Moon, Frosty Beverage, still kicking up underneath of it though, and they've really got into a test of attrition here, this pair. In behind them a length and a half away, Burning Magic, a similar gap then Awesome As, and about a length Summit Trail. Over on the fence, Express Flirt heeled up from Adrian McPhee. 3 deep outside of those then is the Escort. Over on the inside then the former Kiwi Matakanui. Master Pearl is around the outside, starting to wind up with Mackenzie Brook in the centre. Over on the inside, strung up Rhino Buster, King Louis, Swift Mirage, forget Black Smuggler. Into the straight at the 350, Burning Magic hit the front shortly after, straightening from Awesome As, and Summit Trail letting down with its run. Further back in the field, Adrian McPhee, Frosty Beverage, Matakanui, Express Flirt struggling at the 150, Burning Magic and Awesome As in the middle. Summit Trail on the outside making a line of 3. Awesome As, Burning Magic fighting back. Awesome As with the head in front though. It's Awesome As. Awesome As first up, beat Burning Magic, Summit Trail. 4th King Louis and Adrian McPhee behind those with Rhino Buster. They were followed by the Escort, Swift Mirage and Matakanui. In behind them then next of all is Express Flirt. A gap Frosty Beverage who got gassed there on speed. Further back Master Perla didn't fire a shot. Next stop the Moon cut up after a torrid trip. Mackenzie Brook back with those, and a long last is Black Smuggler. Big blowout for no doubt quite a few in the Quaddy League with that winner at 74, 30 and 11. Big roughies result here. Awesome As, ridden by Brad Parnham. First up for Brendan Fitzgerald, recent trial winner down at Bunbury, and brings that form here to Ascot this afternoon with the first up victory. Never been placed in 7 previous attempts when fresh, but today they were carving out a cracking pace, and that bit of freshness at the 1600 first up has stood it in good stead. Beats 14 Burning Magic, the lightweight, Summit Trail, close up in 3rd spot. King Louis is 4th home. The winner of the last is by Coconut Grove from Daughter's Demand. Ends a 696 day of outs since its last victory for R and Mrs. C.D. Smith, trained by Brendan Fitzgerald in Bunbury, ridden by Brad Parnham. Second will go the way of Burning Magic, 14, a War Chant Flaming Magic mare, Gavin Foster, Molly Clark. And they're in 3rd placing, close up with those as well. Summit Trail by Stratum from Motion Pictures, Merrill Haley and Jade McNaught. 11, 14, 16 and 5. 11, 14, 16, 5, 138.37. They did hike. The skates were on, and it took a massive toll on those horses up near the pace. Half a length, or is that a long neck? Either, 3/4 the other margin, as we prepare to go down now and catch up with Britt, who brings us home after the last race for the day. Let's see if Brendan Fitzgerald forecast that result there with the roughie getting home in the key clean handicap.
Well, I've got both Brendan Fitzgerald as well as Rob Smith, owner, breeder, and also the trainer before handing it over to Brendan. Tell us the story behind this horse.
Oh, bred her at home, yeah, 7 years ago. Out of a horse of a glass mare, Daughter's Demand. And yeah, so she's homebred. Trained her often on myself. Johnny Parker had her for a while. And I'm just too busy at the minute, so Brendan's got her.
Well, he's done a great job. Brendan, come on in. Did you think that she was capable of this today?
Yeah, you know, she's got quite good form earlier on in her days, and then her trial really surprised me the other day. She had a lot of sprint in her legs and just keeping in the ocean and that. She's freshened up really good, so yeah, I was wrapped with her.
A wonderful performance here. Now, I saw pre-race, I saw you both have the printout of the form and you were going over it with Brad Parnham. What were the instructions and who was the boss in the instructions here?
No, I've got to say Brad had the printout. We didn't have the printout.
He did.
Yeah, no, he brought it up with him, so he's the main man. He rode a perfect race. You couldn't ask for a better race. He didn't chase when they all went flying, so no, they rode it perfect.
And Rob, what does it mean when you've bred them yourself and to see her? She hasn't been in the winner's circle for a long, long time, over 600 days. What does it mean?
It feels great. Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. Coming from our first ever racehorse, Daughter's Demand, so yeah, it does mean a lot, and it's been quite frustrating because she has shown a bit of ability. She's no superstar, but she's always there. She always puts herself in the race, so it's great. It's just great to get one.
Congratulations to you both on the combined effort. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Rob and Brendan Fitzgerald having a chat as well. We'll catch up with Brad Parnham. Brad, I saw you with the printout of the form talking to the gentleman in the mounting yard. What were you discussing with them?
Not a lot, actually. I was talking about how I was being in the steward's room earlier, so I just brought that down with me and just sort of refresh my mind, have a look through the field, and yeah, we were just talking about where we're going to end up in the run.
And did you expect to be just behind that hot speed?
Yeah, well, I thought I would come across with Jared, but the pace sort of, it was relentless. They didn't really ease up, so I was fortunate enough that when I took hold, I was able to get into a spot and I had cover for the majority of the race, and yeah, the horse finished off well.
With that relentless pace, did you build in confidence that you're in a nice spot, just far enough away to not being caught up in it?
Yeah, I knew I was in a nice spot. I thought there might have been a couple of nice ones chasing me down at the end, but to the horse's credit, it fought on well and run the race out strong.
Well done.
Thank you.
Brad Parnham combines with new trainer Brendan Fitzgerald, and a wonderful story there with the ex-trainer but also the owner breeder celebrating the victory here.
Small for choice with social media tonight. I normally have one story to put up. There might be 2 or 3 today.
Yes, there have been a few good stories to come out of the Ascot midweek program. Thanks for your company throughout the afternoon, and we'll catch you again on Saturday.